So today I'm going to be trying out a Modelones Polygel kit. Retails for $20 on Amazon Prime and it comes in this medium-sized black box. There's so much inside to see, so let's open it up and see what we got. So the first thing that I'm going to be showing you guys is this UV LED gloves. This is used to protect your skin when you place your hand in the lamp. I have always wanted to get one of these to protect my skin. I usually use sunscreen, so this is just an added protection for my skin, and I got it in pink, my favorite color. So I'm just going to be opening it for you all to get a better look at the gloves, and it retails for $8 on Amazon. So if you all are interested, I will leave a link in the description below. So I'm just going to be putting it on for you all to see, and it fits very close to your nail bed area, which is really good. Some of those UV LED gloves are really short on the fingers, but this one is really long. I like that. It's a bit stiff, but that is a given since it's a new gloves, so that's okay. And I really like the color, as I said before. So now moving on, I'm going to be unboxing the polygel kit that I got. So this is a 6-color pastel polygel kit, and this is the box. This is the back of the box right here, which shows the ingredients and all of the items that are included in this kit. So the first thing we see here are the 6 polygels, but we will get to that later on in the video. Now I'm just showing you guys the instructions. So this is a detailed instructions on how to prep your nails, how to apply the polygel, how to remove the polygel, and different tips and tricks. Next we have some dual forms and a 6-watt nail lamp, and we get a pink 6-watt nail lamp, which is really nice. However, I don't usually use these nail lamps to cure my polygel. These are usually used to flash cure. Then moving on, we get 2 nail clips, then slip solution, a hand file. Next we get a polygel brush and picker, and next base coat and top coat. So these are the 6 polygels that I got. As I said before, these are pastel polygels, and I'm just showing you guys one of the polygel tubes right here. As usual, all of the tubes came sealed. So I'm going to be swatching the polygel so that you all can see. And if you're interested in this kit, I will leave a link in the description below. However, if you all want to purchase from the Modelones website, I do have a code which will be listed in the description below as well and on the screen. So these are the swatches right here, and they are so pretty and so perfect for the spring. So I'm going to be doing the nail tutorial now. So I start by applying my sunscreen to my hand to protect my skin, since it is going to be in the lamp often during this video. Then I'm just going to be placing on my UV LED gloves for added protection. I am going to be using my 3XL square nail tips. I got these nail tips from Amazon, so I'm just going to be finding my sizes. And by the way, I did already prep my nails and applied my own peel-off base coat off camera. So for this video, I am going to be using all of the polygel. So I'm just going to be taking out all of the polygel. And also I am going to be using the slip solution provided, the base coat and top coat, and the polygel brush. I am using my Modelones Smeow nail lamp to flash cure and also to cure the nail tips onto my nails. So I apply a small bead of base coat to the well of the nail tip, then I place it on my nail and cured for 15 seconds. Flash cured for 15 seconds. Then when I'm finished with all of the nails, I would cure for 30 seconds in this same lamp. I'm not going to be using this lamp to cure all of my nails. I do have another 48 watts nail lamp that I'm going to be using. I'm also not using the nail lamp provided in this kit since it is a weak nail lamp. I would only use that nail lamp to flash cure something, but I'm not going to use that nail lamp to fully cure any polygel. So I did cut down the nails a tad bit because I didn't want them too long. And now I am applying the gel base coat to all of the nails, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. So I'm just pouring some of the sip solution in the dampen dish, and I really like how this sip solution is that added protection so that there isn't any leaking of the sip solution. That's really good. So moving on, I'm going to be using this Nude Polygel also from Modelones. I have had this polygel for a few years now and I just decided to use it. So I placed a small bead of the Nude Polygel on the index nail. I am going to be doing a French nail and I'm just patting the polygel to form that into a smile line. And I really like the shade of this polygel. It's a bit translucent, but it's not that bad. I really like it. However, I did have a hard time forming this polygel into a smile line since it was flooding my cuticles really bad and the polygel was really soft. And every time I formed the smile line, the polygel kept moving and that was really stressful. So eventually I just decided that I would remove the Nude polygel, and I did have some polygel left over from the time that I cut the polygel tube in half, so I decided to use it. This is a more opaque nude polygel and I really like this polygel. I have to get another since it's almost finished. So I just used the spatula side of the polygel brush to pick up a small bead of the polygel and place it on the index nail, and I'm just forming that into the smile line. And this one was a lot better to work with. It was not as soft and as runny as the other nude polygel that I got from Modelones. Also, keep in mind that other polygel that I was using before is really old, so it could be expired, I really do not know. But this one was a lot better to work with. So I'm just forming that into the smile line, and when I'm satisfied, I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to be picking up another bead of the Nude polygel and placing it on the index nail and forming that as well into the French smile line. I wanted to build this nail up, so that's why I am applying a second bead. Since the nail is pretty flat, I wanted that area to be thick. So I'm just going to be doing the same thing, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. So this is a side view of the nail and I felt like it was still too flat. So I am going in with a third bead just to build the thickness a little more. I don't think it was really necessary, but I still wanted to do it just in case. It's better for the nail to be too thick so that you could file it down than to be too thin, because you really cannot build it up when you are ready to file. So sometimes you can't build it up when you're ready to file. So it's always better that the nail is too thick than too thin. So yeah, I'm just forming that and I would cure for 30 seconds. And I did the same thing for the ring nail and the pinky nail off camera. Now I'm using rubbing alcohol to remove the stickiness from all of the nails, and then I would file the French nails just to get a crisp smile line. And while filing, I did mess up the UV LED gloves, unfortunately, so I'm trying here with a razor. Usually when I have lint or anything on my clothes, sometimes using a razor helps, but it was not helping, so I kind of messed up the gloves a bit when I was filing. So yeah, don't file your nails when you have on these gloves, or try to be very careful when doing that. So I'm using rubbing alcohol to remove the dust from the nails. Now I'm going to be using these 3 polygels right here. So I'm just opening them just so that I can have easier access to them and everything can flow. Then starting with the purple polygel, I'm going to be applying a small bead and just distributing it at the tip area only, and then I would fade the polygel into the nail. I am going to be doing some ombre and marble glitter nails, and I'm so excited about this nail set. It looks so good. And I'm also going to be doing some nail art as well, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, I'm just distributing the polygel at the tip area and making sure that it is applied really neat and really nice. I had to do a second bead in order to get that area a little more opaque. So I cured the first layer for 30 seconds. Then I'm just going to be placing a tiny bead again of the purple polygel and distributing that so that this area could be a lot more opaque, and I would cure that as well for 30 seconds. So the second color I'm going to be using is the pink polygel. So I just placed it on the index nail and I'm distributing that and fading both sides. So I'm fading the pink polygel into the purple polygel, and I'm also going to be ombreing the polygel into the nail as well. And I didn't want the ombre to be too high on the nail since I have to apply another color. So I wanted all of the colors to get the attention that they deserve. So I made sure that it was portioned correctly so that each color you can see it and notice each color. I didn't want one to be too much and the other to be too little. So I tried my best to do that, and I would cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm going in with a second bead of the pink polygel just to make that area a little more opaque. Now I'm going in with the blue polygel around the smile line, and then I would fade the blue polygel into the pink polygel and I would cure that as well for 30 seconds. I didn't need to apply a second bead of the blue polygel since one bead was way more opaque than both other colors that I placed on the index nail. Now on to the pinky nail. I am going to be doing a 4-color ombre on this nail. So starting with the blue, I applied it to the tip area and just distributed it at the tip and faded it into the nail tip and cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm going in with the purple polygel and fading that into the blue and also into the nail tip and curing for 30 seconds. Next, I'm going in with the pink polygel and I'm doing the same thing. And lastly, this nudish peach polygel, I'm going in with that around the smile line and then I would fade it into the pink polygel. It is very similar to the pink, and it's also very similar to the nude polygel that I have at the nail bed area, but it still showed on the nail a bit. So I cured that for 30 seconds. And by the way, this nail set was inspired by a picture I saw on Instagram, so I would leave the picture right here. It is such a gorgeous nail set. I had to try and recreate it. So on to the middle nail, I'm starting with the pink polygel at the tip area, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then I'm going in with the nude-ish peach polygel and fading that into the pink polygel and the nail tip as well. On both sides, it's very important to fade the polygel on both sides so that you don't have a harsh line of demarcation. Next, I'm going in with the yellow polygel. This was such a fun nail set to do. I really enjoyed doing this. The only thing I didn't enjoy was filing these nails because filing is so tedious, but I really enjoyed doing this nail set. Next, I am applying the green polygel at the nail bed area, and I would fade that into the yellow polygel and also cure that for 30 seconds. So this is how the nails are looking so far. Now I'm going to be doing some marble nails. So I just picked up small beads of each color and place it on the nail in any direction I wanted to. So these were just at random. I'm just going to be placing it all over the nail. I'm going to be using all of the polygels that was included in this kit. So when I felt like that was enough polygel for now, I'm just going to be patting the polygel on the nail just to have a neat application and make sure that the sides of the nails are looking very neat and tapered in to reduce the amount of time that I would be filing. So I'm doing that and just pushing the polygel and making sure that they fade into each other. All of the polygels on this nail are still uncured, so I'm just patting each of the polygel and moving them around a bit. Then I would cure that for 30 seconds, and now I'm going in with the green polygel on the nail as well in whatever spaces that was left on the nail, and I would use my brush to pat the polygel and I would cure for 30 seconds when I'm satisfied with how it looks. Now moving on to the thumbnail, I am going to be doing the same thing. However, the nail got a bit rough because all of the filing that I was doing, the dust got on the thumbnail and it was looking a bit rough, so I decided to apply some more gel base coat on the thumb and cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be doing the same thing that I did on the ring nail, however, it's going to be on the whole thumb. Next, I'm going to be using this glitter polygel, also from Modelones. I have had this glitter a while now, so I'm just going to be applying that to the ring nail on top of the marble and distributing that on the tip area, and I'm just making sure that I get a lot of glitter on this nail. This polygel is made of glitter and clear polygel, and I don't need as much clear polygel, I just need the glitter. And I'm just going to be placing some of the glitter on my nail palette so that I can pick up more of the glitter than the clear polygel and place it on the nail where needed. So I cured that for 30 seconds. Next, I'm going on to the thumbnail and I'm doing the same thing. So if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit the like button, comment your thoughts on the design, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Then I cured for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be encapsulating all of the nails. So I'm using my Modelones clear polygel and I'm just going to be encapsulating the nails right here. So I'm just going to let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. So this is after encapsulating all of the nails. Now I'm using rubbing alcohol to remove the stickiness and then I would file the nails. So this is after filing the nails, and as you all saw, I did remove my gloves before filing the nails since I didn't want to mess up the gloves anymore. So I'm going to be using this matte top coat from Modelones. I've had this matte top coat a few years now, so I forgot to place back on the gloves, so that's what I'm going to be doing right here. And before applying the matte top coat, I decided to apply gel base coat and cure for 30 seconds. The reason I'm applying the gel base coat is because I had some scratches on the nails, and usually when I apply gel base coat, it usually removes the scratches. So I'm just applying the gel base coat right here and curing for 30 seconds. And by the way, two of my nails popped off thanks to my peel off base coat. This Nude peel off base coat works really well. Sometimes it works too well. So if you all are seeing any white residue on the underside of my nails, that is because I used glue to stick them back on. Next, I apply the matte top coat to all of the nails and cured that for 30 seconds. So I'm going to be doing some nail art. I'm using this white gel polish from Modelones. So I'm just placing some on my nail palette for easier access. And I'm going to be doing some hibiscus nail art. I wanted to do this nail art since last year and I didn't get around to doing it. So I needed to do it this year. I might even do 2 to 3 more hibiscus nail sets. You never know. So this is the first time that I'm ever doing hibiscus nails. I looked at Nails by Key nail set that she did a few days ago, and that is how I learned how to do the hibiscus nail set. So I'm just gonna let this part play out because I really don't know how to explain this nail set, but it's easy when you are looking at it. So I'm just gonna let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. So I cured that for 30 seconds and this is how it looks. Now moving on to the pinky nail, I am doing the same thing. I did draw 2 hibiscus flowers on the middle nail, but I didn't show myself doing those. So this is how the nails are looking so far. Now I'm going to be using this Modelones rhinestone glue. I know it looks horrible, but it has a lot of rhinestone glue in there, so I'm not going to throw it out. So I placed some on my nail palette, and I'm also placing some rhinestones on my nail palette. Then I'm taking a nail art brush and I'm going over the French smile line with the rhinestone glue. And then I would be placing some rhinestones around the French smile line, and I would flash cure that for 5 to 10 seconds, and then I would cure in my bigger nail lamp for 30 seconds. And I did the same for the rest of the nails. Now I'm going to be using the glossy top coat on all of the nails except the ring nail and the thumbnail, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. So now I'm applying my cuticle oil to rehydrate my skin and nails. So this is the finished look, and I really like how this nail set turned out, and I love Modelones, and their polygel kit did not disappoint. This pastel polygel kit is perfect for the spring. If y'all are interested, I will leave a link in the description below. I loved how the ombre turned out and the marble nails, as well as the added bonus of the glitters. This was a really great set, and the fact that this was my first time doing hibiscus nails and they turned out really good. They are not perfect, but they are okay. But let me know everything you're all thinking about this nail set. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.